while creating the table structure, how we can implement constraints. If you remember, while explaining advantages of DBMS, I explained one point regarding integrity constraints can be enforced. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು point ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆನಪಿರಬಹುದು. What do you mean by that? We can implement what conditions while inserting the records. We can implement several conditions like duplicate value it should not accept. Sometimes the value should not be a blank. Sometimes it has to check the value, and if the value is within the range, then only it has to accept. Sometimes I want to store default value. Instead of storing a blank value, I can even store a default value. So likewise, there are different 6 types of constraints available. These constraints can be implemented at the column level. These constraints can be implemented by table level, and also we can implement these constraints by using alter table command, which is also one more DDL command we will be learning in upcoming sessions. So in today's session, let us have a discussion regarding what are the different types of constraints available, and how these constraints can be implemented in create a table command. Let us see. There are basically 6 types of constraints available. Those are nothing but not null constraint, unique constraint, primary key, check, default, foreign key constraint. So in today's session, let us have a discussion regarding what not null and unique constraint. Okay. And these constraints can be implemented, as I said, these constraints can be created in 3 different ways. The first method is while providing the column definition, we can implement these constraints, and that is called as column level constraint. And at the table level, we can define. Before closing the table definition, we can even define these constraints. Those are called as table level constraint. And even, as I said, we can use these constraints while altering the table structure also by using alter table command. So in 3 ways we can implement these constraints. First, let us see what is the use of not null constraint. How we can use not null constraint. Already you know that how we can create a table. To create a table, we are using a keyword called as create table. So this is the command we are using. For example, so here in this case, what is the table name? Customers. Customers is the table name that I want to define. So create a table customers. How to define the column definition? We have to open the parenthesis. As usual, I am opening the parenthesis. After this, we need to implement the first column definition. So now I'm going to specify, assume that customer ID is the first column here. As you can see, customer underscore ID. Number is the data type I'm mentioning for customer ID. 10 is the size. That means what? Maximum 10 digits number customer ID I can store. So that is what the size. And if you observe here, immediately I'm not closing that column definition. Ninni class naವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ previous class ಒಳಗೆ immediately after specifying the size, immediately I have closed the comma, isn't it? So that is nothing but I am closing the column definition. But here in this case, I am not closing the comma immediately, but instead of that I am mentioning not null keyword. Not null keyword. That means what? Customer ID should not be a blank. That is the simple indication of using not null. If I use not null constraint for the columns, then what it says? It says that that particular column it should not accept blank values. That's it. Any one value I should insert in that particular column. So that is the indication of not null constraint. In this particular case, I'm going to implement column level constraint. This is called as a column level because before closing the column definition, I'm going to implement this constraint by using a not null keyword. Nodri, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡೀನಿ before closing the column definition. So here I'm closing the column definition, as you can see here. Before closing this column definition, I have used a not null keyword here. So this is what column level constraint I have defined. Okay. So idanna navu enanta heltivi column level. Nan hedinalla there are 3 ways of implementing constraint. So this is the first method, column level constraint. So now I want to implement one more column here, customer name, varchar 2 as usual, 50 as a size, and again for column customer name, again I want to implement not null constraint. ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, not null constraint na implement ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. That means again customer name should not accept blank values again. So here in SQL, blank means null. It will store null value. ನಮಗೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ, ನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್. ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂದಂಗ ಅದು. ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ here also I am implementing a column level constraint for customer name. So now I want to implement one more column, that is city. If you observe, for city I am not going to implement any constraint here. That means what, some customers may share their city name, some customers may not share their city name, because city name is not compulsory for customers. So that's why whenever I am trying to insert a customer record, customer ID is compulsory value, customer name is compulsory value, but city is not compulsory. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾವು ಸಿಟಿನೂ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಟಿ varchar 2 50 ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ we have to specify what, not null constraint. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು ಸಿಟಿ ನೇಮ್ ನ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ ಬಿಡಬಾರದು ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಸಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ನಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಐಡಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ನೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ ನಾ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಬರ್ತದ, ಹಾಕದೇ ಇದ್ರು ಬರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ದ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಸಿಟಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಮಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ನೌ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾರಂಥಸಿಸ್ and put the semicolon. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿದು, this statement will execute by compiler, SQL compiler will execute this particular statement, and after executing this statement it will create a table structure create ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ with the 3 columns. ಹೌದಾ? So it will it will create a table structure like this. As you can see, customers table, customer ID is the first column, customer name is second column, and city is what, third column. Look at this. So when it is going to create a table structure like this, assume that suppose I'm going to insert a first record like this. As you can see here, this is the first record. I'm trying to insert a customer ID value as 101, which is acceptable because customer ID data type we have mentioned is number. So that's why we are storing a numeric value here. It will accept it. So there is no problem regarding customer ID. And also for customer ID, we have mentioned a not null constraint, if you remember. That is the indication of what, I cannot store null value. Are we storing a null value here? Blank aithe annadu column illa, value ada. So that means what? Not null constraint is okay. So this is acceptable. Now look at the customer name. Customer name navin define madivi, varchar madivi. That means what? It has to accept a characters. Akshay Kumar is what? A character, isn't it? So not null constraint has been implemented for customer name. That means it should not store a blank value. Is it a blank? No, we are storing some value, so it is also acceptable. For city column, next one, we are not mentioning a not null constraint for city. That means what? I may insert a blank value or I may not insert a blank value. So it is up to you whether you are going to insert a record for a city or what. Okay, so in this case I am going to store what? Null here. So illi nanu blank store madagathini antandreno, it will store null value here. Null is indicating a blank. Oracle olaga null andreno, it is a blank value. So city ge navenaru not null hakiveno illa. So hangandre idu kuda eno acceptable andre first record enagtade completely it will insert without any error. If we insert like this, it will insert. Look at the second record here. Again, customer ID not null and we are storing a numeric value, it is acceptable. For customer name, see, I am inserting a blank value, so it should not accept, isn't it? So this is wrong and it will not include this record, because as we are storing what? A null here. In this particular position we are storing null. And similarly, look at the third record here. As we are storing a 103, which is not null value, acceptable, and also it is in the form of a numeric, acceptable. And Abhishek, not Bachchan, Abhishek, just normal Abhishek. So which is a not null value, right? So it is acceptable. And also I am inserting a city value, which is also acceptable. So this record will include. And look at the fourth record here. I'm trying to insert a null for customer ID. Again, the condition is what? Not to accept a null value for a customer ID. But here I'm trying to insert what? Null in this case. So this is not acceptable. It will not accept at all. Insert madakodrunu record na RDBMS will not accept at all. It will generate, you are violating not null constraint. Error generate madtadadu. SQL compiler, you are violating not null constraint. Cannot include null value anta bartada. Cannot include null value. So this is also not acceptable in this case, right? So this is how the not null constraint is going to work, as I said, isn't it? So null can be acceptable by city column because we are not implementing a not null for city, which is acceptable. And also for the second record, we are trying to insert a null in customer name, so which is not acceptable here. And also for third record, it will accept, and but fourth record, we are trying to insert a null value for customer ID, and which is not acceptable. Arthaitala, not null, how it works, right? Okay. So now let us see the next constraint, that is unique constraint. We shall have a discussion regarding these two constraints only for today's class. Okay, let us not bother about the rest of the four. We will continue in next class. Okay. So let us see how unique constraint is going to work. Sometimes what happens, we are trying to store values, but we need to accept a unique values. Assume that I am trying to store Aadhaar card number. Aadhaar card number. Is there anybody with the same Aadhaar card number? No, it is not possible, because Aadhaar card is what? Unique identification number it is. Every Indian citizen must have unique Aadhaar card number. And even I cannot allocate the same mail ID for multiple users, isn't it? Suppose if I'm having a mail ID with xyz@gmail.com. The same ID cannot be allocated for multiple users. That is how unique constraint is going to work. So unique constraint will accept only unique values. That means what? It will not accept duplicate values. Simple. ಅದು ಯುನಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ನ ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. So that is what the implementation of unique constraint. Assume that I'm going to create a supplier table here. So create a table supplier, open the parenthesis. The first column I want to define is supplier ID. As you can see here, supplier ID numeric. So numeric is the data type, again to store a number values. In some of the RDBMS software we use a numeric instead of a number, we use numeric, but both are having the same meaning, similar meaning. So 10 as the size, and again I'm implementing not null constraint for supplier ID. Okay, and the supplier name, next column varchar2 50 is the size, not null. Already you know what is the use of a not null. Okay, and the contact name, which is the last column here, contact name varchar2 50. But if you observe here, I said what? Contact name is the last column. But according to the syntax, for last column I should not include what? A comma. As you can see here, I'm going to use comma here in this case. Why I am using a comma? Because I want to define a table level constraint now. There are three ways, isn't it? So we discussed how we can define a constraint for column level. Now I'm explaining how we can define constraint at the table level. Table level constraint na define ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, after specifying all the column definitions, before closing the table level definition, we have to specify the constraint. ಈಗ ನಾ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮಾ ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಹಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ. Because before closing the table definition, now I want to implement what? A table level constraint now. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ. After this, now I'm going to define what? Supplier ID as a unique I want to define. ಇಲ್ಲಿ supplier ID ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, supplier ID ನ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? We have to use a constraint keyword here. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮುಗೀತು, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? We have to use what? Constraint keyword. As you can see here, this is the constraint keyword. Look at the spelling. You should not commit any mistakes while writing the keywords. As it is ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ. Constraint ಅಂತ keyword ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, supplier underscore unique ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿನಿ ನಾನು. So this is nothing but I am providing one name for this constraint. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗ ಇದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಸರು ಇದು. This is the name of the constraint. ನಾ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನಿ? ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಗೆ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ನಾನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ. So that's why I'm going to provide a name for constraint as supplier underscore unique. You can provide anything. I can just provide a shortcut like sup underscore un. That's it. Doesn't matter. So it is just a name. You can provide it anything. ನಿಮ್ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ತಗೊಳ್ತದ. Okay. After this, constraint is a keyword. This is the name of the constraint. And after this, what we have to specify? We have to specify a keyword called as unique. ಯಾವ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಆ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ನಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕೀ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕೀ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಚೆಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕೀ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. keywords. Okay, in this case I want to provide a unique constraint, so that's why we have to use unique keyword here. Look at the spelling, unique keyword, unique. After this I need to specify the name of column. ಯಾವ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಾನು ಯುನಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ 3 ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅದ. ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಐಡಿ ಐತಿಲೆ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅದ, ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅದ. ಈ 3 ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗ ಯಾವ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಾನು ಯುನಿಕ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಐಡಿ ನ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ? ವಿದಿನ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾರಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ ನಂತರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಿದಿನ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾರಂಥಸಿಸ್ we need to specify which column I want to define it as a unique. In this case I'm going to specify supplier ID as a unique. Andre idra artha ಏನು? Supplier ID should not accept duplicate values. And also there is one more constraint associated with the supplier ID. What is that? Not null. Andre supplier ID blank store ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. It should not accept null values, and also it should not accept duplicate values. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So after specifying the constraint, now I want to close the table definition. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮಾ ಕೊಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಾಮಾ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಂಡ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಮಿಕೋಲನ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ and it will execute. So after execution it will create a table like this. Supplier ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 3 ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವಲ್ಲಿ. ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಐಡಿ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ಐಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿವಿ, 1 ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ accept. Okay, as you can see here. So while I am trying to insert the first record here, it is 01, which is numeric, it will accept. And also supplier ID, varchar, it will accept. Eradu not null adava nenpirli. So null illa illi, value ada. And also look at the contact name. Contact name enadru ನಾವು constant ಹಾಕಿವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, so hangandre it is also acceptable. So first record it will insert. Okay, contact name ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ constraints ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Now look at the second record here. I'm trying to insert duplicate value 01. Already it has been included in the first record here. I'm trying to insert the same value here, which is not acceptable because we have implemented what? Unique constraint for supplier ID. So that's why it is not acceptable. It will generate error. Ille error bandite andre ಮುಂದಿಂದ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ. So this is nothing. This will not include. Look at the third record here. I'm trying to insert a 3 directly. 2 ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 3 ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. It will accept because it is not a duplicate value. And also I am not trying to include a blank value here. Null insert ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So it is acceptable. It will store this record also. And instant solution. So this is varchar. It will accept. And also for contact name, we are storing Anil. It is acceptable. So ultimately third record will store. And also fourth record, we are trying to insert a 02 here, which is also unique because 1 ಐತಿ, 3 ಐತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ 2 ನಾನು insert ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So which is unique and also which is not null, it will insert. And how about VC solutions? Varchar ada, not null ada, accept agutte. So contact so Sunil, which is acceptable. So this is how unique constraint is going to work. Duplicate ne accept madangilla adu unique constraint. Okay. So yes, it will insert first record, it will insert third record, fourth record, but not the second one, because as we are trying to insert duplicate value in second row. So this is how the not null and unique constraints are going to work. Do you have any confusion? Let me give a demonstration. Let us try to execute one simple table where in which we are trying to insert both the constraints. Okay. So let me quickly open Oracle now. Okay. So let me create one sample table here. Assume that I'm going to create a supplier table. Let me provide a shortcut as a SUP, because already we have created supplier table in this. So that's why I'm going to include SUP as a object name. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ I cannot provide duplicate object name here. Already ನಾವು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಂತಂದು. ಅವಾಗ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇರುವಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ SUP ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಪನ್ ದ ಪ್ಯಾರಂಥಸಿಸ್, ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ SID ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಫಾರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ID SID ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಂಬರ್, so let me specify 3 digits and let me include unique keyword here. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟನಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಕಾಮ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಕಾಮ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಯುನಿಕ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ನಾನು ಕಾಮ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ ನೇಮ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಎಸ್ ನೇಮ್, varchar 2, let me specify size as 30, because there is no supplier name with 3 characters. Obviously it will be more. So not null constraint I'm going to implement for this, and contact, so this is what, varchar. So again let me specify size as 30. So for contact I'm not specifying any conditions here. Okay, so now close the parenthesis and put a semicolon. So now look at the statement once again. Let me zoom in. So you can observe here I have used create table keyword. SUP is the table name. Open the parenthesis. SID is the first column name. Number is the data type for SID. That means what, in SID column I can store numeric values. And 3 is the size, and unique constraint I'm going to implement. That means what, for SID I can insert null values. SID ಗೆ ನಾನು blank ಬಿಡಬಹುದು ಈಗ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ SID ಗೆ ನಾನು not null constraint ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. Instead of that unique constraint ಹಾಕಿನಿ. S name ಗೆ not null constraint ಹಾಕಿನಿ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, there is a space between not and null, right? And for contact I am not going to implement any constraints, conditions ಯಾವುದು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So this is the last column. Close the parenthesis and a semicolon. So ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. So now it will create a table. As you can see here, it is displaying a message like table created. So we have successfully created a table structure as a SUP, that is indicating supplier for us. And now let me try to insert values now. So to insert a value, we are using one more command. That is, we are using a DML statement. insert into statement. We are going to discuss about it in upcoming sessions. So now let me directly execute that statement now. Insert into SUP. Within the parentheses, we should specify for which columns I'm going to specify the values. So assume that I'm going to store SID, SName, contact. Okay. For these three columns, I want to insert the values now. And how to specify the values? Press enter. Use the keyword values. Now within the parentheses, we should specify the values now. So for SID, I need to store a numeric value. While storing a numeric value, we should not use single quotations. Directly we can enter the values. If we use a single quotations, then no issues. It will store the values. So now let me specify value as 100. Okay, put a comma. Now we have to insert the value for SName, that is supplier name. Now specify the supplier name as Sneha Agencies. Sneha Agencies, single quotation complete. Why I have used the single quotations? Look at this. While inserting values for character, varchar, and date data types, while inserting values or while updating the values for these data types, we should specify the values within single quotations. Always we should use single quotations while specifying the values for character, varchar, and date data types. Suppose if I am trying to store values for number, then I can directly insert a value, no issues. It is not compulsion that I have to use what single quotations. Okay, directly I can specify the value as 100, and also I can specify value like this. Okay, for numeric only. ನಾವು single quotation ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. So in this case, I'm trying to store SName, that is supplier name, which is considered as a varchar. So that's why we have to use what? Single quotations now. So again put a comma because I want to insert the next contact value here. Again contact is varchar. Use a single quotation. Specify the contact name as Ajay and close the single quotation and close the statement values bracket. And now end the statement by using semicolon. So this is how we are going to write insert into statement. You can look at this. So in the SUP table, we have three columns: SIP, SName, and contact. Right? For all the columns, I want to insert a values for SID, SName, and contact. So these are nothing but a column names. Mention madinalla, these are the column names. Insert into keywords. Insert into SUP is the table name. After this, immediately we have to open the parenthesis and we should specify the column names. For which column I am going to insert the values. Na ella column gu value insert martini. So hinga ellanu bardina. And after this, we have to use a values keyword here. And by specifying the values keyword, now we have to specify the values within the parenthesis again. Ille now column names kotivi. Accordingly, we have to pass the values here. Look at this. First, ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡೀನಿ SID ಬರ್ದಿನ ಇಲ್ಲೇ, so ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿ SID value ಕಳ್ಸಾತೀನಿ. Second, SName ಬರ್ದಿನಿ, so SName. Last ಗೆ contact. Likewise, we should maintain the order of the sequence. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಅಜಯ್ನ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಾಲಮ್ ನ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅದೇ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ನಾಗ ನಾವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ? ವೈ? No issues. It will insert the record. So if I press enter, see one row created. So it is displaying a message, one row created. As you can see here, I'm getting a message saying that one row created. Because are we storing duplicate value here for SID? No, this is the first record, isn't it? And also for yes name, are we inserting a null here? ನಾನೇನಾದ್ರೂ yes name ಗೆ value ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲನೋ blank store ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀನೇನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ. Right? Now, let me copy the above statement here. Now let me modify the value for supplier name. Let me specify supplier name as VTech Coders. Observe here, I am not going to modify SID. I am going to insert a duplicate value for SID. Okay. Now put a comma. Now I am going to specify contact name as Amar. Single quotation complete. Yes. Now look at this statement now. I'm trying to insert 100 as a duplicate value. Already this 100 has been stored. You can see here, one row created. It is showing message. Again, I'm going to store same value for SID. But for SID, we have implemented what? Unique constraint. That means what? It should accept unique values. It should not accept duplicate values. So in this case, this record should not store. Let us see what happens. Now let me press enter. We are getting error message, isn't it? So what is that? Look at this. It is saying a message called as unique constraint violated. You can see here. Error at line number 1. Unique constraint violated because you are violating the unique constraint. There is a condition for SID and you are trying to violate that rule. Okay, so now we have to modify SID. Okay, let us modify. Again, let me copy the same thing. Let us modify SID as 101 now. And let me include again same values for rest of the columns. Now you can observe the statement. What I have written? I have written insert into SUP, SID, SName, contact values. Now I'm going to insert what? 101 as a new value for SID, which is unique because we have not stored 101 value here. Still now we have stored only one value, that is 100. So again for SName, we are trying to store VTech Coders and I'm going to insert a contact as Amar. So now let me execute this statement. Obviously it has to insert this record. See here. This is what the beauty of RDBMS. Knowingly or unknowingly, we may commit mistakes because we are human beings. We normally commit mistakes. But RDBMS will be taking care of all these constraints. So this is how we can restrict error entries. So the data entry na error agudana ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ avoid ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay. So now I'm going to insert the next record here. Insert into SUP. Now I'm going to insert a value for SID and contact. That's it. Now I will try to insert a blank value for SName. Supplier name ge nanu value insert ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದಾ? I'm going to insert a value for SID and contact. Now values. First ನಾನು SID store ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 102 let me provide and contact name let me specify Akbar. Right? So close the parenthesis, semicolon. As you can observe here, what I have written. Okay. Now you can observe here, I'm going to skip this SName here. So I'm going to include only values for SID and contact now. That means what? I'm trying to insert a null in SName position. But what we have implemented not null constraint for yes name. So in this case, it should not accept this particular record. Let us see what it is going to generate. Press enter. It is saying error. You can observe here. It is saying error at line number 1. Cannot insert null into Scott is the username. SUP is the table name. As you can see here, SUP is the table name and yes name is the column name. See, Oracle is saying I cannot insert a null into yes name because for yes name we are implementing not null constraint. Is it not the intelligent enough? It is highlighting your errors, isn't it? So this is the use of what? Not null constraint and unique constraint. Sometimes what happens, I need the combination of both. In this case, I can store null for SID. SID can be blank because we have not implemented not null for SID. Is it possible? Suppose if we take the admissions and if we are not assigning examination number for you, then what happens? How you are going to get your result? Simple alla? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ how we are going to identify each and every student and how they are going to access their results? Hangaketile. So this is what sometimes we require what both the constraints. Avaga now in martivi, there is one more constraint called as a primary key constraint, which is nothing but the possible combination of not null as well as unique. Avaga adan use madkobeku, right? So hope you have understood.